Hello friends, today in this video we will discuss about one of the question from CSI December 2016, and the question states that you are inserting a gene of 2 kb length into a vector of 3 kb to make a GST fusion protein. So we have a vector and vector map is given here. So we will construct a GST fusion protein. That means we will clone a gene here in this vector, and there are three restriction site that has been given. So the gene is being inserted at the EcoR1 site, and the insert has a Hint3 site 500 base pair downstream of the first codon. Okay. So you will insert your insert using this restriction site EcoR1. You will digest here, and then you will insert your gene whose size is 2 kb. So after that you will screen for the clone with the correct orientation by restriction digestion of the plasmid using Hint3 plus BAMH1 and Hint3 plus PST1. The map of the relevant region of the vector is shown below. So after your insertion of your gene, you will find the restriction digestion pattern by treating with BAMH1 and Hint3 and Hint3 plus PST1. So we will look after the pattern, restriction digestion pattern, that we will get when we will clone this insert into this vector, and then we will see after restriction digestion the product that we will get will matches with this pattern that has been given here for different clones. So in this question you can see here the size of the vector is 3 kb, and this part is promoter, this part is GST, and this part is terminator. So between this GST and terminator there is three different restriction site, this BAMH1, EcoR1 and PST1, and they are saying that they are going to clone the gene of interest within this EcoR1 site. So this is our gene of interest, and we will insert this gene of interest into this EcoR1 site, and this gene of interest also contains a Hint3 site 5 base pair downstream of this particular gene. So that means if this insert is 2 kb of length, then this Hint3 is located downstream of 500 base pair. So what you have to see is that this first codon downstream is 500 base pair. Okay. So at first you will digest the vector using this EcoR1 site. So when you will cleave this vector with EcoR1, so we will have overhang of this EcoR1 at both ends. Okay, and similarly you treat the insert with the same restriction enzyme and then ligate both of them to get this. When you will perform this ligation reaction, then this insert as well as vector will ligate with each other to give this 5 kb product. Now look carefully, when this 3 kb vector and 2 kb insert are ligated, they are giving a final product of 5 kb. Now in the question they are asking what will happen if they treat this with Hint3 and BAMH1. So what are the different size of fragment they will get when they will treat with these two different restriction enzyme? So when they treat with a combination of, let us look at this pattern, this Hint3 and BAMH1. So when they will cleave with this Hint3 and BAMH1, as I have said you, this Hint3 is located 500 base pair, and just before this there was EcoR sequence, and just beside this EcoR1 is the BAM H1. So you can conclude from here that below this BAM H1, this hint tree is located just 500 base pair downstream of this BAM H1. Okay, so the distance between this BAM H1 and hint tree is 500 base pair. So when you cleave with this BAM H1 at first, then what will happen? You will get two different products. The one is this 500 base pair, and the other one is this entire product 4.5 kb. Just because the size is 5 kb and you cleave it with BAM H1 and hint 3, then this part fragment will be excised. This part, this part between this BAM H1 and hint 3, and the rest will be of 4.5. So you will get 0.5 kb, which is 500 base pair, and 4.5 kb when you treat it with a combination of BAM H1 and hint 3. And they perform the next part, and in the next part what they have found that they have performed the digestion with hint 3 and PST1. Now you can see this PST1 is located downstream of this hint 3, and the distance between them is 1.5 kb. Because the size of the insert was 2 kb and this hint 3 is located 500 base pair downstream of this insert. So if you subtract this 500 base pair from 2000 base pair, then you are left with 1500 base pair, which is 1.5 kb. So when you cleave with the mixture of PST1 and hint 3, so the digestion will give two different fragments. The one among them will be of 1.5 kb, okay, these two, and the other will be the longer part, that will be of 3.5. So this 3.5 and 1.5, when you add them, it gives a total of 5 kb. So try to look at the answer and see where you are getting this two product of 3.5 and 1.5. So look after this A part. When you are treating it with hint 3 and PST1, for A clone, you can see we are getting around 4.5 and 0.5, but in this case we are getting around 1.5 and 3.5. Okay, so this 1.5 and 3.5 is not coming after restriction digestion of this A clone. And similarly in B, we can see we are getting around say 4 kb and 1 kb. For C, we are getting around 3.5 and 1.5. While for D, we are getting around say 3 and 2. So in the C part, we are getting 3.5 and 2.5. Okay, so both 3.5 and 2.5 is present. And now we will see the fragment that we are getting after performing restriction digestion of hint 3 and BAM H1. And we were getting of 0.5 and 4.5 kb. When you add up this 4.5 and 5, we will get 5 kb. So you can see here again in the first option, this is 3.5 and 1.5, so exclude this one. Again in second, 3 and 2, no. In third, we are getting 4.5 and 0.5. So this one is our right answer. So option 3 is right answer. So such questions are very easy. You have to spend some time, but please don't skip such question. and post some more question if in case if you find any problem or difficulty. Subscribe. Thank you.